Hi, my name is Tom Kennedy, and this is my story. I grew up in Philadelphia. I'm the oldest of four. We lived in West Oak Lane up until I was about 14 years old, and then my parents moved us over to South Jersey. As a young kid, we belonged to a church. I was part of the young adult choir, where actually my singing first started. I graduated high school in 1980, and I chose to go into the service. And while I was in the Army, I decided to get on the boxing team. Becoming successful as a fighter, winning tournament after tournament, it had a lot of perks with it. I found out that a lot of women that hang around military bases love being around servicemen, but if you're in a special situation such as being a boxer or a basketball player, a lot of local women will flock to that. Getting involved with the winning aspect of being a fighter, and so many girls or ladies wanting to meet me afterwards, opened up a door to just pure, let's just say, X-rated activity. I left the Army March 22nd, 1986, and even with having a decent job, starting a family, my wildness that I carried over from the Army was still with me. I lost a lot of money, got into a little bit of gambling, got into that type of debt. I decided to pick up boxing again. While I was successful with regards to winning all my competition, the money still wasn't coming in. And that's how I ended up going down the path that I went down, to the point where at one point I really became homeless. My decision-making during that whole part of my life just took a turn for the worse, because I was always looking for a quick fix to correct my situation. I met someone who had been a friend of mine for quite a while, and she put me up in a hotel after she found out I was living in my car for about a month. And it just allowed me to reflect on where I had gone wrong. And at that point in my life is where God started speaking to me. A song came on TV by the Mississippi Mass Choir and Walter Hawkins called "Hold On, Old Soldier." And when it started playing, tears came to my eyes, and I started just sobbing and started singing the song. And I could feel God telling me, "You're my child. You're my son. I didn't put you here to live like this." It actually started changing my way of thinking that very moment. And that's pretty much when I started turning things around. And I just started rebuilding and rebuilding. I eventually took the skills that I knew I had and got into personal training. I came to work one day, and that's when I met Marta. No one had ever struck me the way she did. And as I said this before, her smile was what really hit me. But when I finally got up enough nerve to ask her, if she wanted to go out with me, she made the announcement that day that she was engaged to somebody else. So she went her way, she got married, I went my way, I was married, and there was about a 20-year gap between her and I. I started going through the divorce process with my last marriage. She started going through her divorce, and we found each other on social media. And I finally confessed to her how I always felt and told her I wasn't gonna let her go this time. And we started seeing each other, and here we are. Every negative, every bad thing that I had brought on myself, God saw to it that it turned good. And my life right now is a complete 180. He pulled me out of hell. He pulled me out of hell with smoke still in my veins, man, still in my lungs. And if he never does another thing for me, he's already done enough. And I can't be more thankful for what he's allowed me to go through and where I know he's taken me.